All right. So let me also share my screen. Just give me one moment, please. Okay. What is the topic for today?
Essential life skills that we require.
Absolutely, right. So I'm going to share the screen and let's get started talking about it. So, did you also, all of you, get a chance to go through some of the videos that I had posted? How many of you managed to see that? Please put your hands up. Sanjay, Amit, and Uday. Okay, all right. So in that, in the second first was an intro video, and Asad. Thank you, Asad. Yeah, actually, if you guys can use like Asad has used that hand, even if I can't see all of you in one go because of my presentation mode, it helps me to see when you raise your hand. Yeah, Amit, that helps me. Thank you so much. So that's great. So many of you have seen. So the second video, who can tell me a gist of what is it that I have said in my second video? Anybody can volunteer and please unmute and share.
In the second video, mostly it is about the topic what you're going to talk today, the essential life skills.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody wants to add? Actually, I have said some homework there, if I may use that word. I've asked everybody to come with some preparation before the webinar. Anybody remembers? No. So, okay, no worries. So, I'm going to ask you guys those things, okay? So, let us first try to understand as we are talking about essential life skills for success, right? Very few specific words. So, first of all, since we are saying let's talk about life skills for success, let's be clear about what success means. So, some of you have answered. So, let me not ask that question again to those of you who have answered, but those of you who haven't participated in the Slido stuff that or the Facebook, poll that we had created, can you share what is success for you? Please unmute and start speaking. So let me ask one by one. Let me pick people because everybody is shy of, I think, being the first one. So let's see. We have Dolly also. Dolly, can you put on your camera? Let's get to know each other better. Okay, Dolly is taking time to get her camera on. I hope she will. In the meantime, if you don't mind, Divya, would you like to share what's success for you? For you.
Success for me is doing something that gives me happiness.
Lovely. Okay, Uday, how are you?
Success for me is peace of mind and happiness.
Peace of mind and happiness. Okay. And if I may ask, because you guys are using the word happiness, like what's happiness? What gives you
Happiness,
happiness?
happiness is to have achieved the goals that I had set for myself,
Okay.
and to be able to support the people, my family, and my friends.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you, Uday. How about you, Amit?
Well, for me, success is very simple, which helps me to get proper nice sleep night after night regularly. That is success for me.
Good one. Amazing. Yeah, experience speaks. No? Wow, amazing. All right. Where is our friend Sanjay with the nice shirt? I lost him. Uh,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
not
he's
there.
gone somewhere. Okay. So,
No, I think his power cut. He has messaged in WhatsApp group.
oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not seeing that. All right. Thank you, Amit, for sharing that. So, Zia, what do you think is happiness? What gives you happiness? You already told about success. I'll show that to everybody soon. But what do you think is happiness for you?
think For me, happiness is like a mixture of everything. If we have success, that every like happiness will come along with the way. So
Okay.
yes.
All right. Yeah, good one. That's also correct. Hey, Dolly, Priya, can you please have your cameras on? Thank you for joining in. But the whole, fun of having it as a webinar or a Zoom meeting is so that we can also see each other face to face and feel as if we are in the same room. So we would really appreciate if you come on camera. But if there is any problem coming on camera, would you like to unmute and share what is success for you? Dolly?
Hi, Archana.
Hi, Dolly.
So success for me is, I think I resonate with somebody who said that the fulfillment that you achieve when you are at
Absolutely.
peace with yourself. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Amazing. Thanks, Dolly. Priya, how about you? Would you like to share? Okay. I think Asad is driving, so I'm going to leave him a little time till he settles down back in his house. So here is a slide which shows the Slido participation of what we got from the participants. Doing things in right way, somebody said, is success for them. Creating the right impact is a success. Moksha, I mean, we had some really enlightened people as well who actually went all the way till moksha. And then there is happiness. Happiness is success, right? And this is interesting. So people have equated happiness to success. Smart work is success. And now one more enlightened personality, Satchit Ananda, and so beautifully and correctly spelled with the right capital separating. So somebody who really knows what they are saying here. Making smile. So I guess making others smile and, which brings a smile to yourself is a great circular thing. So that's amazing. Commitment towards work. So these are different things we learned from our Slido, but also on Facebook, I had asked this question and a lot of people very actively participated in that. And somebody said, discovering that I am resilient is success. Feeling of satisfaction experienced upon accomplishing the goals with favorite family members by my side. So interesting, not just accomplishing that, but then having the favorite family members along. Somebody said practicing curiosity, finding happiness. So very interesting again. State of satisfaction is success. So many people say contentment, right? There is that also like what people refer to as bliss sometimes. You wonder whether bliss cannot be you are jumping up in joy all the time. But bliss can be a case of, sense of satisfaction, a sense of contentment with whatever you are doing or you have done. Another person said self-satisfaction and happiness with the work we have done. My meaning of success is to do what I like and be happy. And we have that person here in the group sitting who gave this response. And then achieving the peace of mind and the feeling of being content. It depends on your age. Somebody said maturity and stage in life. Right now, I define my success as the freedom and ability to do what I love. This is also correct. I think a lot of us who have come to the third and fourth stage of our life, we realize that maybe we people also define success differently at different stages of our life. And this is also something that we evolve into, I guess, right? So excellent. Now the next thing to really look for. So one of the things that I really wanted to highlight through this is success is very personal. Success is different for different people. And when you say, like, even within the dialogues we are saying, like, peace and happiness, what gives you peace may be very different than what gives me peace. What gives you happiness may be very different than what gives me happiness. And talk about, like, doing work well. Like, how do you define doing work well? According to each one's own capacity, right? It's not about me doing the work as good as Amit did or Uday did or Aarti did, but really doing as best as I can So which means that I should know what is my best capacity, and I should know I put my best effort, and I should know that I have got my best outcome possible, and I feel happy and content with that kind of thing. So please understand, when we are running after success, stop seeing those reels which tell success is this, going to US is success, doing engineering is success, having a lot of money is success, having a house and car is success, going to 5-star hotel on a vacation is success. Please ask yourself, none of you actually said any of that. And this is the reality. When we are sitting with ourselves and when we really think or introspect about what really success means, it means none of this. And some of you who are talking about, and I think Ziad also said, some of these things as making other people smile. Is that right, Ziad? That was part of your answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct. So, this is like, again, what you think you can do to get other people smile. And sometimes it may be, animals which cannot smile, but then that bring a smile on your face. So you see a puppy on the street and you just feel like giving it a biscuit, and then like you feel so happy because the puppy was so hungry and it was so happy with receiving that biscuit. I don't know whether it was smiling, at least we can't make out, but then we definitely, that puts a smile on our face. So the point is, at every moment in our life, we do stand on crossroads and we have to make a decision on which path to go for. Everything. We get up, should I get up from the bed is a choice we make. When do we go to take bath? Now, later, etc., is a choice we make. Breakfast, to have, not to have, go for a walk or not to go, even these things are, every day we make a choice. So knowing that, know that every step you have a choice, and you should do that consciously so that you are aligned with what you want to achieve as your happiness or success, right? Definitely all of us agree that whatever does not make us happy cannot be success. Anybody differs on this with me? That happiness is not necessary, but you can achieve success. And you want to achieve that success. Nobody, right? Obviously, even if some people might be defining that you have to sacrifice everything if you want to become a millionaire, billionaire, etc., etc. Do you want to, at the cost of your health, at the cost of your family, at the cost of so many of us are here at this stage in life that, I am at least, that we have realized that, we did get into that rat race. And then we did get our health to get affected, our family to get affected, and then we realized not worth it. And then we did course correction, if I may use that word. We did course correction, and today we are happy with the course corrected life. So young guys who are there, and the people who are participating, I'm glad you are doing and you are listening to this. So don't do the same mistakes we all have done. You can actually chart out your path very, very consciously, because now we didn't have too many people talking to us like this and telling us some of these things. And sometimes, do you all agree, we hear everything, but we are not willing to accept. नहीं मेरे साथ नहीं, my health is good, I don't have that problem. We give so many justifications till we arrive at that stage of life ourselves. So yeah, something for each one of us to think and be conscious about. So now let's go to the next part that we are talking about, which is skills, right? But before skills in the video, I gave a hint that there is one fundamental element that is important for all of us to have to lead a successful, that means content, that means satisfactory, that means happy life. There is one element which is very, very important before going on to learn different skills. Can anybody guess what is that element? Before going in a rush and learning different things and skills and educate ourselves on different things, what is very important for us? It's not a skill, obviously. I'm saying it's a basic fundamental.
I mean, what comes to my mind is, first of all, you need to be in good health.
Good health. Yeah. So Uday, after going through your life journey, I can totally relate to why health has
Yeah.
become number one. And Divya is one more, like raising all the thumbs she has, hands and feet, because of what life has taken. Yeah, all of us through at one time or the other. Yes, but then there is one more thing, and you all are going to say, "Oh yeah." Any other guesses by anybody?
You need to have your goals, correct?
Goals, okay. But before that, Aarti, you want to add something?
Archana, I want to just listen to the question again.
Okay. Before you start learning skills and get yourself educated and do everything that you need to do to become successful or happy in life, there is one more thing that is very important that we all have to get to.
Being conscious of ourselves.
Wow, give a big round of applause. Very big round of applause. Yeah, we have to be self-aware. We have to become conscious of who we are. What is life? What are we going out there to achieve before we can set our goals? You are right, Uday. It comes like the real next thing. And then what do we have and what do we really want to impact the world with, for which we need to educate and skill ourselves. Does this make sense so far? Yeah. Any questions to this point or any disagreements maybe? No? All right, great. So now let us go to the next question. Okay. Now I talked about essential life skills, right? Who can take a chance, take a minute, write down, if you had to write down top 5 essential life skills for anyone to definitely have to lead a happy, content, successful life, what will those 5 be? Take a minute, write it down, and then whenever you are ready, please unmute and speak. And Aarti, you are not allowed to participate because you have seen my presentation.
Yes.
So sorry for that. Yeah.
I don't want to cheat.
Yeah, please. I know you will not.
Because I'm conscious about myself.
Lovely. Please stay like that. Wonderful. So the rest of you, please, whenever you are ready, you can unmute and share the 5 essential skills according to you. And there is nothing right and wrong about answers. That's what you feel with your experience. Maybe Sanjay, are you ready? Or you want to take some time? Dolly, Priya, anyone who is ready?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, dear.
Good morning, all. Ma'am, according to me, I believe positive attitude is very important life skill.
Very good.
Empathy.
Okay.
Communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are the 3 things immediately I could find, ma'am.
Lovely. I have to agree with you. Every one of these, definitely when I agree. Thank you so much, Priya.
Thank you, ma'am.
And who else would like to share their answer? Amitji, if you're ready.
Still kind of juggling.
Okay. All right. No worries. Uday, if you want to.
Actually, what Priya covered, what I had written down.
Okay.
But I was also thinking that, it should also include, learning the tools of the trade or tricks of the trade, which will help the person achieve the goals set, for themselves. So
exactly. So what is the trick is the question.
Yeah, no, for example, if I want to get back to good health, So what are the steps I need to take? Does it mean that I need to go and learn to certain exercises, learn yoga? So that would be a skill that I need to achieve.
Okay.
Similarly, if I want to increase my employability in a certain field, is there a skill that I can achieve? So that is what I was
Okay, so
thinking
I'll
of.
come to that and I'll tell you how it can be put into 1 or 2 words maybe in what you're saying, but I agree, I understand what you're saying. Anybody else, please? Another minute before we have to go forward because our time is restricted. Whoever would like ready. Ziad, are you ready? Would you like to share?
Like everyone added,
Mm-hmm.
what I want to say is that we need a proper communication skills
Yes.
and the team skills, because when
Yes.
there's a team, the communication will come. So like if there is a problem,
Mm-hmm.
like we have to communicate to our senior person.
Right.
If we are not like better in our communication, there will be a great problem.
Correct.
And we have to be adapt to some situation. Like there is a lot of in this fourth revolution, AI has been like come to the place.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to adapt to that environment,
Right.
learn different skills. So that
Amazing.
yes,
Amazing.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Beautiful. Ziad, very good. Very, very good. Very relevant. Anybody else who wants to add? Otherwise, we'll go forward on this one because there is still some, measure to cover. So basically, everybody who said, there is absolutely no, I would say, difference of opinion. But this is a slide which talks about really like knowing that self-awareness that Aarti talked about, the first element, right? After you know yourself, one of the first things that you need to arrive at is what is your USP? USP is unique selling point. So really in the world out there, what is that uniqueness that you bring as you that will be valued? If we can figure this out first, then we can go about fine-tuning the skills that we should have, or we should learn some new ones if that helps us in going out there. The next part is becoming like self-aware, and then even education and skilling becomes important, which is aligned to the overall goal or purpose that you arrive at with the self-awareness part of it. Now, when we do goal setting without self-awareness, we can go completely wrong and in conflict with ourselves, right? That has to be avoided. Now, let's understand again a few definitions. I'm not saying what was already discussed as success is anything wrong. That's correct. But I also felt, in all these years of thinking about it, this is one also a dialogue that I keep saying about success. Living consciously as per your true calling and potential is success. Right? The other thing is, if you want to have big success, then your impact should be bigger. So greater the impact through your contribution, bigger is your success. And in simplest word, we talked about just feeding one puppy. If you like feeding hungry, then feed 10 puppies and see the happiness that you feel. Forget what the world recognizes you for. But if happiness is your success, there you know what I mean, right? Now look at these people, okay? Who is this person? Anybody?
Tata.
Ratan Tata.
Ratan Tata,
Ratan Tata.
right? Now, who is this person?
Narendra Modi.
Correct, Narendra Modi, right? Now think for a minute about why are they known to be successful? They both are two different kind of personality. Ratan Tata made a lot of money, but he barely kept anything for himself. He lives a very, very simple life. And he is known and he is loved and he is respected and regarded and looked up to because of how much impact he is creating, not only by creating a work environment that is ethical, by keeping his employees. I mean, people know if you join Tata, it is much safer than joining even a government establishment, because people never quit Tatas. Once you go, then you only retire, right? And then, like, the way that he has gone about doing charity, there's barely anything that he has left for himself, and he has actually given up everything. On the other side, we have our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Why is he an example of success? He is considered, whether we like his political party and political agenda is not what I'm talking about. Today, the world over, people recognize him as one of the most influential leaders in the world. And why is he being considered? The impact that he is able to create, not just for our country, but for humanity in general. Number two, again, he's somebody who is showcasing as a leader that I'm not doing it for myself. I don't have anything to take to. I don't even have a family. So I am not saving anything. Everything that he gets, even as gifts, he's auctioning and putting that money back for the society, for the community. Now, I'm not saying you have to love these two gentlemen. You can have any other example, but the point I was trying to make is, if you just make money for yourself, I am really not sure either people will respect you genuinely, regard you, or you will actually feel the genuine sense of happiness. If you want to feel that sense of achievement and happiness, you will have to dedicate a large portion of what you do and what you earn back into the society in your own way. Okay. All of you said communication, no doubt, is important. We all have some form of communication, but highlight is effective communication. We all have to learn how to make our communication as effective as possible. Now, I, of course, will not be able to go into all the details, but I just want to show you some of the things we all have to be aware of. Types, there are verbal and non-verbal. We have to be good at both of these. Formal and informal are two different styles. We have to be good at these. The way we speak, again, there are different styles. We may be passive, we may have aggressive style, we may have passive aggressive style or assertive style. Once again, we have to become aware of it and know which one we need to actually adopt where and which is possibly the best one to have most of the times. Then again, you have different use cases, right? Are you presenting? Are you doing public speaking? Are you participating in a meeting? Are you talking to your colleagues, boss, friends, parents, spouse, children, society? Receiving and giving feedback. Oh my God, it's difficult one, trust me. Or you are doing a motivating or a coaching role. You are acting as a coach or a coachee. Very different forms of communication. So communication is a very, very vast thing, but very, very important to understand is dancing, singing, sculpting, painting, sports also, I'm putting it under communication. And you know why? How? Because I truly believe communication is about expressing yourself. You may use words, you may use body language, or you may use different art forms to communicate. So this is, and again, I wanted to say that there are different tools that you can use: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Right? Now, there is a smile and there is another smile. People say smile is a great, body language, right, to have as part of communication. But, there is one smile that comes from the heart. And there is one smile which is just put on your face. I'll tell you, the second one you don't want to have, because it can have an absolutely opposite impact of what you want to do. So, but then I have seen a lot of corporate meetings where I have met a lot of Westerners, especially, have this smile when they're even firing you and you really don't know what that smile is about, and it's very confusing, right? So everybody clear on this? Any questions on this particular part? All good? All right. Effective communication, we all know there are many, many, many benefits, as also Ziad was mentioning, but enhanced team productivity, improved team morale, conflict resolution. And again, this can be in your office and this can be in your personal life, right? Team, when you say, you can equate it with family also, okay? If you are not going to use it in the workspace, team is equal to family or friends or anything. Conflict resolution, innovation and creativity, and of course, to have trust and credibility. All these places, communication plays an extremely important role. The next one, can somebody guess which one is this? Very obvious. Second skill.
Time management.
Absolutely, I mean, time management. And in time management, I just wanted to show you what are some of the obvious benefits, better opportunities that you can make, because all of us have common 24 hours. Some people make some awesome use of those 24 hours and actually, grab so many things that they can do in those 24 hours. And some of us keep thinking, overthinking, procrastinating, whatever, and we lose out on that. Of course, you can have better efficiency with better time management, focus, concentration, time awareness. Sometimes people say, I don't have time. You ask them to start actually putting a time, scale, and then they realize, oh, actually I have. I don't know where some 4-5 hours are going away. And most of the time it's on Facebook or social media when we are just, going through that. Better work-life integration we can achieve with proper time management. If people feel work-life balance and all that, ultimately the solution for that is to have better time management, enhanced accountability. Once you are able to manage your time, you can be more accountable for things that you want to be, less procrastination, time estimation will become better. Better health and well-being, as we all know, so very important for us to be able to do anything and live our life happily. Increased sense of control. Sometimes we feel your time is just passing by and I don't have a hold on it. Start, managing your time properly in your waking hours at least. So 24 minus 8, that many hours, if you can start actually having a chart and managing it, you will feel a definite increase in sense of control. Coming to, okay. Next skill. Anybody can guess from this what this is? Difficult?
Problem solving.
Could have been that, but this is teamwork.
Teamwork. My God, I told, but my audio was not on.
Oh, I should learn better lip sync than lip reading then. Okay, but that's good. Teamwork. And 8 top benefits of teamwork. One and most important is increases creativity in the workplace, because we all end up seeing things from our perspective from one angle. Creativity is limited in that case. But when we are now we discussed what is success. And look at, how many different ways we got people defining success. And there's absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, if we all had to sit down and create a new definition of success, it would be so much more richer than any one of us trying to do that all alone. So it's a beautiful way to have creativity, rapid solutions to problem. If you alone were to think of 8 ways to define success, you will need more time and energy. Just have 8 people and let's brainstorm and everybody comes with one. Wow. Increases motivation and morale among employees. It's so much more easier when we are all together and trying to learn something. We feel motivated and morale is better, accelerates development, decreases burnout, right? Burnout is basically starts with boredom somewhere at some level, and that helps, improves productivity, obviously, trust between team members, enhances team spirit. Especially trust between team members, how it happens, the more we all meet each other and work with each other. We will do goof ups, right? We will say something instead of something else. Now, how others respond to that will matter a lot. And it becomes an environment that we are creating for each other. If people start putting you down, then trust me, you lost that environment for your growth also. Because nobody will trust anybody else in that environment again. But if you feel each one is encouraging, and even if they're laughing, they're ready to also laugh at themselves. So then you feel, wow, it's okay. Here I can be myself. Here I can be even goofing up while learning. And it's just part of the process. That's always better. What is this colorful thing? The next skill.
Brainstorming.
Brain.
Growth.
It is brain. Yeah, it is
Mindset.
brain for sure, but growth mindset. right? So how many of you have heard of the term growth mindset? Yes, Sanjay, of course, you have heard. Anybody else who has heard the term growth mindset? Okay. So literally as this brain, there are many things growing, and Uday has heard, right? Many things growing. So for anything to grow on any surface, the surface has to be fertile. Only then it will grow. So then how will our brain become fertile? Because sometimes we feel, Arey yaar, now to I have become old. I have become who I have become. How can I change anything now? It's too late now. If you feel that, all you need to do is actually put the right kind of fertilizer, and actually your brain can start growing stuff again. Right? And what is that fertilizer? It's the belief that you can, whenever you want, till the time you want. If your life is ticking, you have an opportunity to be growing your brain and its capacity. So there are two kinds of mindset, one is which says fixed mindset, the other is growth mindset. So fixed mindset in short is basically people who feel, I am like this only, I'm born like this only, I can't do that. I'm not good at singing. Oh my God, sports is not my thing. Oh, maths, oh no. Excel sheet, oh no. And Sanjay can relate to few of these words, right? Even from me. Yeah, oh no, oh no. And there are others who are like, why not? Let's try. Wow, that would be interesting to know whether I can. So they just think that I just don't have it yet. But if I want, I can. There is a difference in that belief, in that mindset. And that makes all the difference. There are people who keep progressing, learning, growing, and there are people who are stuck with what they are because their belief system is keeping them stuck. Okay. And most of the people, by the way, who get paralyzed with fear of failure, etc., have actually got only the fixed mindset. They just need to move from here to here to get rid of that. Because the people who are on the right side are looking at every failure as an opportunity to learn and grow, whereas the left side is now perceiving this as, oh my God, this is one more concrete proof that I'm not good at it. So I should never attempt that again. This was embarrassing. So what you say when you go through failure actually defines which mindset you're displaying. But the fact of the matter is, most of us display a mix of both these mindsets most of the time. So at some point we'll find we are displaying fixed mindset, and sometimes we are displaying growth mindset. But what is important for us to see is, if we have fixed mindset in certain areas, what have we given up on in our life? Relook at that and then see, okay, now if I were to look at the same thing with a growth mindset, how would I look at the same situation and do things differently? And you will see your life changing just by this small trick of shift, right? And the final one is emotional intelligence. Anybody can explain what this image is showing?
How love can change our way we think.
It's actually showing empathy.
What else? I would like to hear more people. What else?
It's how your emotions and your, I think, the mind
Okay.
staying connected.
Okay.
Sometimes our decisions need a bit of both and balance
Right.
both.
Right. Himanshu, good to see you. Not see you, just have you.
Yes,
Please
ma'am.
show your face also. Good
Yes,
to have
ma'am.
you. I know this is your second time you are in webinar. Thank you. And
Yes, ma'am.
please share what do you see in this image?
मैम दिल से सोचने के लिए ये इमेज है, मतलब दिल से सोचना है.
दिल से सोचना है. Okay.
हाँ.
Priya, what do you think?
Ma'am, what I'm thinking from this image is our emotions, we are logically analyzing and understanding what I'm going through. That's what I'm getting.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Priya and Dolly.
Thank
What do you
Pam.
think?
So I also see it as a connection between mind and heart. Also, I interpret it as the left side of the brain, which is left and right side of the brain, the analytical side and the creative side. That could also be.
Right. Yeah. Wow. That was a detailed description. Thank you, Dolly. That makes a lot of sense. Zia?
Ma'am, nothing much. I think everything I said added, like it's the connection of brain, like to the heart.
Yeah.
And yes.
Yeah. So that's it. In the conclusion, basically there is a plug that is getting connected between heart and mind, and this is the best image I could get. And glad that you all related to it that way. So this, when you are able to connect your heart and brain, is what is actually called as emotional intelligence, because only heart, as some of you said, represents more of feelings and emotions. Only brain talks about the other side of just thinking and logical sense and stuff like that, cognitive side. But then when you are able to utilize both of them in every situation, then you are supposed to be making use of emotional intelligence. There are some plus points in this and plus in that. How can you actually combine and make a big plus is the story. And let's look at 5 components of emotional intelligence. Number 1, if you want to be self-aware, right? Now, many of us might say, I have a problem with managing my temper. Okay. I lose my temper very easily. Now, before you lose it and you show it in the way, whatever you may show, some people may take it out on somebody, some may take it out on something, etc. But then whatever be it, there, if you are conscious, if you are aware, then you will see that you are aware before it comes to that stage. It's coming, the hormones as they get released, actually you can feel it. And that is where, if you're able to tap into that, know what is the trigger, how to control the release of the hormone within your body itself, so that it doesn't go out of your control in the form of anger, then there is a lot of good obvious that can come out of that. So it definitely helps you in becoming more self-aware, get more self-regulated, self-motivation also. So basically, only heart will say, "Yaar, I love that sweet, and saliva is coming in my mouth. I just want that one sweet." But then, your mind will quickly say, "Archana, no, 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 no. You are on a diet. Not 1 week, not yet, not your cheat day, right?" Now, which one do you hear to? Is your question. But if you use the combination of that, all right, I will create a cheat day. So every Sunday, I will allow myself to have this sweet. But then Monday to Saturday, no, 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 no. And you actually get your no happening. That's what will keep you self-motivated towards keeping in tune with your own goals, your own promises, your own commitment, etc. Relationship management, right? After all, in relations, it's a lot of emotions that come into play. Some people we see, and before they open their mouth, the fact that they are coming itself gets our, heart racing, and we just don't want that person around. And with some other person, we are so happy to have that person coming to even a team meeting or anything like that, that we're in a completely different mood even before we actually get to a meeting or get to somebody's house, etc. So it plays a very important role. And empathy, as many of you mentioned, it represents empathy to understand others. You definitely need both, because you really have to have the ability to put yourself in somebody's shoes, even if you have never been in that situation. That needs imagination, etc., etc., which is a part of a combined thing between your heart and mind taking some past experiences, your heart putting in the right feelings, and then you are able to actually connect to others. Now, with all these things, our belief is that you can reach success like this. What does these life skills do, and what does self-awareness do? They give you this big fat wings. that will get you to fly to your orbit of success. And that is what our intent here is. So with that, I of course come to the end, and I know I have surpassed my time. And welcome Kiran, Soumya. I'm seeing you guys only now. I don't know, was it my limited vision here because of my presentation, but welcome. So I would still like to give 2-3 minutes for any questions, thoughts, comments from anyone. Thank you, Ziad, for that expression. That makes. Thank you. All right. So how many of you found this 45 minutes useful for yourself? If you have to rate the session between 1 to 5, 5 being excellent, 1 being poor, what would you rate it as? Put it in the chat box, please. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Thanks, Sanjay. You can put anything. I'll not mind. That's a promise. Wow, I love that. I have never got 100% in my life. Is this the first time? I'm close. I'm close. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Even 99 is good, guys. You can give me a little less. I'm okay with that. No? Wow. Amazing. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much. And as I said, I'm honored. This is my first 100%. And I truly feel like I have a crown on my head. So which part did you find, the last question, okay? Because you guys are not asking questions, I continue to ask questions. Last part, which part did you find most interesting for yourself? And you think you can do something in that area to get better? It could be one, it could be multiple. I leave that. Put it in the chat box, please. We talked about self-awareness. We talked about success. We talked about the 5 skills. Whatever aspects you felt are really relevant to you and you would like to really work on that a bit more, put that out. Yeah, the correlation between self-awareness and skill development. Aarti, empathy, okay. Skills, Kiran, Priya, EQ, Amit, time management.
Ma'am, can I have a question, ma'am?
Yeah, please, please. I'm waiting for that, please.
Ma'am, how to improve the EQ?
Very good question. You know, you have to first understand the science behind it. I think there are only 2 ways to learn anything according to me, and I would welcome anybody else here to actually add to that. But I feel first we need to know the basics of the theory, the concept, the fundamentals of it. And then second is we have to start practicing what we learn. So I really think it's a skill which you need to learn by understanding the entire theory of how emotions work, how the hormones actually work in our body, how our past experiences make us who we are and react the way we react or respond the way we do. And what are the triggers, right? Very important to identify. Many times we are completely unaware of the triggers. And, and becoming aware of even the issues we may have, because sometimes we get into defensive mode. When somebody tells you, especially during appraisals, we get to hear all these things, right? We expect you to be better in this and that. And you are like, no, I am actually good. The rest of the world has a problem, but trust me, I'm the only one who is good. And most of us genuinely believe that. So emotional intelligence actually helps you to be very, very well aware. And when you get a response, which is not in tune with what you were expecting, how to really positively look at that and handle that. Even if somebody, for example, doesn't know how to give a feedback, it's not in your control, right? You can't change that person. So really know your circle of influence, know when things are happening from outside your circle of influence, what is impacting you. How do you do that? So I would welcome you, Priya, if you want to really learn on this more. We do conduct separate, programs to go deep dive into each of these subjects. It takes time. It's hard for me to just tell you in one word what it would be. But I think also reading a few books and seeing some videos on this. So basically, the person who coined the term emotional intelligence, Goldman. In fact, I could send you his some of his books and stuff like that, which you can see. Videos are there, and you can read his books. That would help. I think that's the only way. Yeah, and also Sanjay suggesting first principles thinking to learn any topic made popular by Elon Musk. It was done by ancient gurus and Greek philosophers, right? Right.
Thank you for your inputs, ma'am.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. Anybody else? Any questions? All right. So all good. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for taking your time out and coming for the webinar. My request is please spread the word from your side. If you found this truly not just interesting, but actually useful for yourselves, then please spread the word. And we are doing this. And if anybody wants to go deeper into any of these subjects, that's exactly what we offer through our finishing school. And anybody can come approach us for anything that they want to go deeper with, and we will support you in that. All right. So thank you, one and all, and see you again next Saturday. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you, Priya.